welcome back. So let me run this test and show what are the problems you might face when you try to perform some operations on WebView. Okay. And execution is started. Meanwhile, let's go back to Word document and see what all we did. So mobile gestures is completed, and this is the final test scenario. Verify if the user can do operations on WebView and can navigate back to native app if needed. Okay, that is what we are trying to achieve, and with this, let's wrap this whole project. Okay, so let's see if that really works or it will kick out any error for us. You see that there is an error, 500 error. So let's try to read the logs and understand why we got that error. Found Chrome bundle com.android.chrome version 69. So that means it is saying that the Chrome browser, whatever you are using in your emulator, is 69. But error is no Chrome driver found that can automate this browser. So basically, you need to have one Chrome driver to automate anything on your Chrome browsers. So this Chrome driver, Appium should take care of storing this Chrome driver. Yes, Appium have that version. Okay, so let's see. When you do npm install Appium, when you install Appium, so all your Appium related resources will be stored in node module, right? Let me go back to that module and see what Chrome driver have downloaded for us, and if it is already downloaded, why this is complaining that there is no Chrome driver found. Okay, and you see the one more error message here. It's clearly saying that following Chrome driver executable were found. Okay, Appium have it, and this is the path, and in your machine also go and see for this path, whatever it shows here. You have here in node modules Appium node modules, okay, Appium, and then node modules again, Appium Chrome driver, Chrome web driver, Win directory. Perfect, you have the Chrome driver, but the version what this Chrome driver can automate is 71 minimum. Okay, so when you download, Appium by default brought the latest whatever available. That's saying that I can only automate from 71, but unfortunately in your emulator the version is 69. So there is no compatible with the driver version what your Appium is giving and the browser what you have in your emulator. So that is the headache. Now we should go to their website and try to get Chrome driver which supports 69, on which we are going to automate, right? We need to download that specific Chrome driver and replace that in this directory. You need to replace that with the specific Chrome driver. So that's the concept. Now let's try to see what is the version available for the 69. So Chrome downloads, I think you should have Chrome driver. I have one bookmark link, I can show you that. Yeah, this one I guess. Okay, these are the different versions available, but we are not sure which one supports 69. So let's go to their official chromium.org, and here 69 is what you are using, right? Yeah, supports Chrome version 69 to 71, Chrome driver 2.44. So basically we need to have a driver version of 2.44 if you want to work on your emulator Chrome version. So come to this link, you can bookmark this in your system. 2.44 is here, and download this. You have to unzip this file, extract all. So when you extract, you will find this Chrome driver 2.44 after you unzip. Copy this, and from here come to this win folder wherever the latest Chrome driver is present, which is not supporting us. Replace this, replace the file in destination. Perfect. Now this Chrome driver version is 2.44, which can support Chrome 69. Okay, and this is the Chrome 69. And now let's try to run this and see will that work or not. Interesting, right? So that's why whenever you run into an error, don't get panic. Read out that Appium server logs and try to understand what exactly made that issue. When I first started this, I saw this error, but I read line by line very carefully, and then I cracked that. What happened is that started execution. So now it should be able to enter hello in the edit box, hopefully, if that version matches and everything is correct. If not, again it complains with some error. Let's see. So first of all, it will wait for 7 seconds before it get the context switches, and thereafter it switches the context, and now it's trying to enter hello. Perfect. You see that it entered. So we have successfully switched from Appium to WebView, and we are using underhood Selenium, and you can continue automating your web browser here. Okay. Now let's actually wrap this lecture by performing few more little operations on that mobile, and I will switch back to native app and we'll see if that's happening or not. So once you enter send keys hello, I want to click on enter, which will open the results keys dot enter. So what is this? So initially you have entered hello, right? So thereafter, if you want to know the search results with that hello, you have to either click on search button or just click on enter. Yeah, so right now the first step what we did here is hello, and the next step keys dot enter. It will hit an enter, and the search results will display based upon that hello. Okay, and if you want to come back to your native app from here, you have to do one back, which will come to your specific browser. Right now, let's write that step to see how can we come back from web to mobile. So basically you are using this Android back button, that's it. There is nothing tricky here. So how to do back button? Driver dot press key. These are different keys you can perform of what your Android provides. Here you have to create new class object called key event. In this class object you have to pass which key you want to use. Here I want to use Android key dot look for back. Just type BA, yeah, here it is. So basically, first of all, you have to create key event class object of Appium Java client, so that it understands that whatever keys I am using that are specific to Android, and then it will tell to driver to click on the back button of Android with press key method. Okay, so this is how you use a step with Appium Android combination to come back. Okay, you won't have this in iOS obviously. Now, so you will enter hello, click on enter. Basically you are on the web page. You can perform what all operations you need. It's up to you. If you want to get objects, do remote Chrome debugging and get the objects in web and just continue automating it. But if you want to come back to native app again, and this is how you can just press back button through your Android key, press key method, and you can switch back to your native app. Perfect. So let's run this test, and with this we will get clear idea on how to deal with hybrid apps. This is the concept and the code. Get the context handles, switch to your specific context handle, do the work and come back. And now if you want to continue performing your operations on native app, then make sure you switch your context to native after you come back to your specific native app, and then you can continue what all validations you want to do with your native app. Alright, so let's run this test. So I hope now you have an idea on dealing with this hybrid apps. It's a combination of Web Selenium plus Appium Mobile. Okay, so you can see that valid location strategies for Appium or XPath ID, class name, accessibility ID, Android UI Automator. There is no name or CSS locator. But if you switch to WebView, then you can use all this as it is supporting by Selenium. But when you are in native, you cannot use that CSS selector command. So you can observe that difference. Okay, it's trying to enter hello and it hit an enter, and now it's trying to click back button. It's still loading. You see that it clicked on back button and we have successfully navigated to our native app back. So that's how you have to handle this last scenario. Verify if user can do operations on WebView. Yes, we verified, we entered hello and we clicked on enter, results are displayed, and then we navigated back to native app. With this, I am wrapping up this project, and I hope that we have covered good number of valid real-time test scenarios as part of this project, and feel free to extend it and do more validations if you have keen interest to work on this app. And that's it. That's all I have for this section. Thanks for watching, and we'll come up with new topic in the next section. Thank you.